Was warned, no spoilers, but to watch the credits.
What is the responsibility of those with power? Do they merely have an obligation to refrain from the misuse of that power? Or do they have a duty to protect those without it? The defendant used their limitless resources, political and monetary, for financial gain at the expense of public safety, causing the deaths of innocent people. They did this because they believed they would not be held accountable, that their power shielded them from very real consequences. But
That
today,
happens
you,
a
the
lot.
jury, can prove that.
She's totally practicing.
Show them that they will be held accountable, because those with the most power have the most to answer for.
And you win the case. And you are not helpful here at all.
I feel like this is gonna land better coming from me. Look, we got plenty of time to switch things up and let me do the closing.
Dennis, you aren't aware of this, but I will kill you, and Jen won't prosecute. So I'm just gonna get
Dennis.
Only because it's a conflict of interest, not because I condone murder. Bye, Dennis.
You're gonna listen to a paralegal over another lawyer?
You didn't believe I was
Okay, this is unprofessional.
That was so good. It was so good. Seriously? How you used the weight of civic duty during your closing argument. I almost cried during parts of it. Now you just have to top it off with a savage Jen Walters look.
What? I don't have a savage Jen Walters look.
There it is. Now it's perfect.
Really? Do you think so?
Yes, come on. It's amazing. It's so great. Jen, there is a reason why you were handpicked to go against GLKNH, okay? The leveling up is happening. This is good. My little baby genius is going to be a district attorney one day.
Maybe one day, but right now I just need to stick the landing on this case.
You will. And if it doesn't go our way, you can just hulk out, blow everyone's minds.
Oh, well, the only hulking out I'm going to do is in the legal sense.
Oh, no. No, that's not a good joke.
And only yeah, about that. It's true. I am a Hulk. And I'm guessing you're not going to be able to focus on this fun lawyer show until you know all about that, so let me get you up to speed. A few months ago, I went on a road trip with my cousin Bruce.
Yeah, it worked. I mean, my arm started to heal. No one thought it was actually...
Yes, that Bruce.
It's all because, you know, I made this little device which keeps me in human form.
That was the longest answer to what have you been up to I've ever heard.
You asked me, so I answered.
That's when he's not a fugitive from the law, right? So it seems like he was pretty busy.
All you're doing is repeating everything that I've already told you about my friend and colleague.
Obviously, Captain America wasn't virgin.
Okay. Starting off with a bang. I don't know. From where? Random spaceship. Uh-oh. Yeah. Safety first. Where are her shoes?
Inhibitor. Jen, get away from me. I'm bleeding.
I'm assuming her shoes fell off in the car accident because she was barefoot before she hulked out.
Oh, girl, what happened to you?
Who did this to you?
Are you okay?
Okay, no judgments, but whoever did this to you does not care about you.
You do not need him.
Or her.
Or them. But you do need shoes, because this is a public bathroom.
Right.
Got some here. Take these right here.
Well, that's nice.
Oh, thank you, but I just need to get cleaned up. I don't need you to put makeup on me.
Yes, you do.
Do you have anywhere to go?
I have to call my cousin to get me. Can I borrow somebody's phone?
Oh, yeah,
Random acts of kindness from strangers, believe it or not, still happens. Happened to me the other day. These probably not going to go well for these guys.
Waiting for my ride.
What's your name?
I think my boyfriend's just.
Oh, come on. Where you going? Let us keep you
Hey, we're
company.
just being friendly.
Yeah, we ain't going. So what? You too good to talk to us?
Totes, Bruce. And all men are not. We're just being friendly. Like, I know you need a device to get her to turn, but we're not all creeps. Hey, now that's a good shirt.
Hello?
I love that song.
Sorry, I thought I'd get a little work done.
You're Hulk again.
Smart Hulk.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't come up with it. You never have a choice with these names.
Where are we?
Mexico. Don't worry, I talked to your parents and they know we're okay. Yeah, Tony built it for me a few years ago. Tony Stark.
Oh,
He used to joke that it was a loan and that one day he'd just swing by and take it back. You okay?
Can I get a rip?
wait, did we hit a spaceship?
Yeah, it's a car and Class A courier craft. They're probably trying to deliver a message. I gotta get to the bottom of that. You know, weird stuff just kind of finds you when you're okay.
Sakarans.
But first, we gotta deal
I've
with
heard
you.
that.
Me? What
In
happened?
Guardians, maybe?
I changed.
Yeah, you did, sweetheart.
I'm sorry. I tried to warn you. My blood got into your system, and after the wreck, and you got a lethal dose of gamma radiation.
Lethal? As in I'm gonna die?
No, there was more to it that I'm going to explain.
That is not the sentence to take a pause on, Bruce.
Okay.
That's true.
You and I, we share a rare combination of genetic factors into something else.
So I turn into a Hulk now, too.
I have been analyzing your blood, and the way it synthesized gamma, I was able to use it to completely heal my arm.
Oh. Because I'm better than you?
It's just basically different.
In a better way.
In conclusion, my arm is healed, and now I'm able to be my fully integrated self again.
Let's get rid of him.
Bit dramatic.
It's way too dangerous to get out in the world, even if there's only a millionth % chance that it makes another one of us.
Uh-oh.
Jen, what is it? What do you need?
She needs air. She's sick. Gonna throw up.
You feeling better?
Or to eat. Gotta eat.
Listen,
Well, how long is that gonna take?
this is a multi-year journey you're about to embark on coming to terms with being the Hulk. I never thought that it would end up being a syllabus, but here we are. Now, with my help, these transformations are triggered by distressed emotional states, so we need to know the exact threshold that causes it for you.
Ooh, put on a Pixar movie. When Bing Bong jumps out of the wagon and Inside Out.
No.
Oh,
Stop.
big bong.
I need to focus.
Oh.
Triggers are anger and fear.
Totally use this chamber for you, psychopath!
Yes. No. Whoa. Easy, girl. Easy. Jen? Wait. You're still Jen? Right now?
Yeah? And I'm conscious.
This is incredible. You don't have an alter ego. You're the only one in there?
As far as I can tell.
Bruh, you know, that's about $1 million worth of damage back there, by the way. You really don't feel like there's another hand on the wheel at all?
No. It's just me. The first time, it was so intense I could barely remember what was happening, but now it's like it's settled in.
Well, I guess we can just skip all that then.
Yeah, it kind of seems like I'm done here. So how do I turn back into Jen? How did you do it?
Usually I'd fall out of a jet, or I'd get knocked out by a robot, and I'd wake up as Banner. Or Natasha, for a little while, would tell me a lullaby.
Walk me through how that worked again.
I don't have a great explanation for it.
Okay, it seems like the common thread, though, is being unconscious.
Not necessarily. One time, I was stuck as the other guy for over 2 years. That was in outer space.
No, I can't stay like this for 2 years.
How dangerous this level of power is. You know that
Led Zeppelin looks really good right now.
I mean, one mistake, one freak out is...
Wow, I never thought you'd be into all this mind, body, spirit stuff.
Dialectical behavioral therapy is an evidence-based psychotherapy. It's clinical, not spiritual.
Let your thoughts drift away, relax your neck, bend your knees if that's more comfortable, hold in your farts. Namaste all day.
It's more about presence, about accepting the situation you're in.
Oh, I thought it was about getting my butt tight as hell. Up, dog.
Who's your best friend?
Nikki.
Spandex. Spandex is your best friend. Boulder toss. He's gonna toss a boulder, not a big deal.
One of my best friends' name's Nikki.
Me?
Yeah, just grab a little boulder and take it easy on this person. Just trying to show you how it's done.
I'm shown.
Uh-oh.
It's easy. Move.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, me and Tony. Well, Tony mostly drank. Just sat around like, complaining about Steve.
Oh, Steve.
It was a good time during a hard time.
To a good time during a hard time.
Cheers. I need a drink.
Sure of your ability to tolerate the stress and regulate your emotions, especially your anger.
Well, here's the thing, Bruce. I'm great at controlling my anger. I do it all the time. When I'm catcalled in the street, when incompetent men explain my own area of expertise to me, I do it pretty much every day, because if I don't, I will get called emotional or difficult, or might just literally get murdered. So I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it infinitely more than you. So all of this just feels like projecting a lot of shit onto me.
See.
No, I'm doing this.
Okay, this is completely new territory.
She can control it.
You think you can just say a bunch of mean things like that and then take off?
Yes! Bruce?
Dick move.
I learned it from you.
See, Jen? For the record, I really didn't want to do this. Okay, I wanted to do it a little. Why? Wouldn't you listen to someone who's been through all this before?
Because we're different people!
Lunkhead!
Dummy!
My bar!
Oh.
You're fixing it. Call me anytime.
Thank you, Bruce. Thanks for everything. And I'm sorry that I said a bunch of harsh but very true things.
Wow, an apology that still doubles down on a thing you're apologizing for. That's very lawyerly.
Yeah. So that's how it all happened. And no crazy Hulk stuff since. So now my family knows, and Nikki knows, and you know.
These accidental deaths were an unfortunate byproduct of an ambitious expansion plan. Did my client know lives would be in danger? That is debatable and depends on your definition of knowing.
Don't screw this up, Walters.
Miss Walters, your closing argument.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Who this?
No, do your thing. Oh, Jen, right now in front of everybody? Yeah. Jen, come on. Oh, God, I really like this outfit. Jen. Shoes. Thank you, okay?
Shoes matter.
Who the hell are you? Jennifer Walters, attorney at law.
They wanna know who's that girl. Come on, who's that girl?
I'm ready to give my closing argument now.
Who's that
Okay.
I can understand why they
Steve Rogers did so much for his country and he never got to experience sex.
You see that ass? Like, that ass did not deserve to die a virgin. It's so sad.
Steve Rogers is not a virgin. He lost his virginity to a girl in 1943 on the USO tour.
Yes, I knew it.
You're not drunk?
Captain America!
Okay. I had a lot of fun watching that. That was a great first episode. Nice, easy introduction. Not too much story. Not too much shoved down your throat all at once. I really enjoyed the dynamic between the cousins, Bruce and Jen, right? We got a little peek into her world, not too much. We met Nikki and Dennis. It looked like I saw her boss at one point. I think he was in the courtroom at the end. But yeah, I just thought everything made sense, well paced. I think I enjoyed the fact that they showed the 0 point event of how it happened, how she got her powers and the ability. The spaceship out of nowhere was very random. I don't know if it was supposed to be a jump scare or what, but I hope they explain what the heck that was, because I wrote down they mentioned Sakarans, which I think we've either seen or heard of in Guardians of the Galaxy, is where I want to say that's from. So if I'm wrong, please comment down below. Correct me. It's okay. I won't take it personal. And I will make mistakes, guys. So bear with me. I'm just trying to enjoy the show. But that being said, I'm open to feedback and input. So, but yeah. So even if it's just like a little snippet, like some Sakaran teenager went joyriding and thought he'd go after the Hulk. I don't know. But if they just explain what that was, I'd feel better. It's, please close that loop or that door. Now, it could be a plot point for later down the road with this whole you have to accept the responsibility and greatness thrust upon you, that she may or may not go on. I'm assuming she will. So that space stuff is next level, right? Maybe season 2, maybe season 3, depending on how this show does. But I enjoyed, the training montages, the fact that, and the way they explained how she could transition, how she could control it. I bought it right away. I thought it was great. She's older when it happened, more of a centered disposition. She's more balanced within herself. She knows who she is. She knows what she wants to do. And this thing happened to her, right? But she seems like a good person. Wants to be, a good lawyer and protect people. And so maybe you know, Bruce had more going on in him than she did. That to create conflict, to reason he took him so long to get where she already could go. Um, Clearly, she's very adept at being a Hulk, and quick learner, meaning she's wicked smart, and she's a lawyer. She got a law degree. She passed the bar, so uh, a lot of very good storytelling technique where we get to know a lot about her in a short amount of time without too much being, uh, crammed down our throat. So, well done. Love the animation on both of them. Uh, so I'm assuming it's ILM because I think they've done a lot of Marvel work. If I'm wrong, again, please tell me who I should give the credit to because they deserve it. Really enjoyed like the stubble and the gray and the Professor Hulk. And then also like some of the nuances of his facial performance. I don't think I've ever seen that level of it before because it really matched his voice. Kind of like where you're doing one of these and your face is not matching what's coming out of your mouth. More nuanced than that, but it's very very artistically well done. So I enjoyed it and bought it. Okay, now she's an attractive woman, human form. Okay, let's just say that right off the rip. Um, but are they gassing her up in Hulk form, or is it just me? Because I mean, bruh, I mean it's something. um, so yeah, I did not mind that at all, and I don't think I think it kind of what I remember in the trailer. I think she's gonna enjoy it as well. Um, I really liked her speech about how she's dealt with her anger for her whole life. Having to deal with and put up with the stuff that she's had to go through, and just on a daily basis, just the little things that add up. Um, so I definitely buy it, and it was good. I just hate the, you know, random guys at a bar like, "Hey, sweetie, what are you doing? We'll keep you company." Like, okay, I know it's a plot device, and tragically, yes, that shit happens. Never in my life have I seen anything like that. Um, Maybe I'm blessed in that way, but you know, I just we're not all we're not all creeps, okay? Like, um, yeah. So anyway, enough about that. Um, I did like how Bruce stopped her from probably doing something she couldn't come back from to those guys, though. Um, which is probably the right thing to do because at that point they really hadn't done anything wrong other than being assholes and creeps. So, um, but anyway, okay, I will move on from that. What else? What else? What else? Oh, Bruce doing all the name dropping. I found that. I wrote that down. That was funny. Oh yeah, me and Tony built this, or my friend Captain America. Like she doesn't know. And I could just, to me, it enhanced the relationship. The fact that they're cousins. Bragging rights. One-upmanship. Sibling rivalry kind of thing. Keep it all in the family. But yeah, that was funny to me. And if you think about it, they're both gone now. So's Natasha. I mean, he's got Thor still around, but in space. Yeah, I mean, people he was really tight with. Yeah, that's sad now that I think about it. Damn. Okay. Um, I've been very blessed in my life to have a good group of friends, and I haven't, knock on wood, lost anybody like that. But yeah, damn. Oh, I wrote down Jen's best friend. His name is Nikki, and one of my best friends is also named Nikki. I thought that was cool. We met Dennis. Dennis is like a corporate or rival of some kind, colleague, but I don't get the vibe that they like each other and that he's kind of a misogynist. So we'll see. Oh, they, man, out of nowhere they bring up Bing Bong from Inside Out, and Inside Out is my favorite Pixar movie to this point. Um, and and yeah, I immediately thought of the scene and got emotional. Like, I'm trying to watch the show. I'm remembering that. Good grief. So that was cool because okay, like, so Bruce and Jen are cousins. We got Marvel, Pixar. They're all under the Disney umbrella. Kind of like cousin companies, sister companies. So, and it puts them, it puts them with us. It ties it into this could be happening. I don't know. I thought it was creative. But yeah, Bing Bong, man, legend, legend. Oh, I wrote down the horse noise before he knew she could control it. He's never, he's always been the one on the other end of this, right? He's never had to do that before. So he probably did the first thing that came to his mind. And I don't care how smart he is, he's human. And I loved how they used that. It was a good joke for him, and then it really brought into focus her ability to control it and just like, what are you doing? It was kind of insulting, but I really thought it was funny. I think it's cool that she can control it. I bought it, especially given that she's older and kind of went through, explained about all the anger stuff that she's had to deal with. So I'm okay with it. Didn't bother me at all. Um, what else? So I'm not really too worried about where the show's going. We got some hints from the trailer. I hope they kind of. I think the next episode will definitely be a segue into that, and then I think there's going to be probably an overarching story of this greatness and authority and power, kind of from the opening monologue that's been thrust upon her. Because I'm pretty sure this is from Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, and if I'm saying that wrong, forgive me. But I think it's you're born with greatness, achieve greatness, or greatness is thrust upon you. And that's definitely her. She's achieved much, got her law degree and passed the bar and successful at a firm. She because I know she'd mentioned she just got an office and business cards, so she's doing well. But what has she done? We don't know. But now, to Bruce's point, that's changed, and she's gonna have to step up and do more inevitably. So she might struggle with that. So, and I kind of hope she does, because I hope it's not the last we see Bruce, in the sense that he did a lot of mentoring as much as he could in the short amount of time he was given, and that could have been a week, 2 weeks, we don't know exactly, but it was definitely a handful of days. And he did say, doors always open. You can always call. I hope she does, because there's going to be a point where she's going to be struggling with something, and I'd love to see Bruce again and their dynamic, mainly because of that. I mean, um, I have a cousin that I kind of see us in them, and she's great. I need to call her actually, or at least text her because she's on the East Coast and I'm on the West Coast now, so it's probably better to do it that way. But anyway, mainly because of the family bond and the fact that, yeah, he's right. There is no one else she can go to when it comes to the awkwardness that she's going to go through as her life changes because of this. So, and I'm sure they will. It's just a matter of how much, because the show is about her, and that's okay. We've got plenty of Bruce in the past. All I'm saying is it was done well, and they could do more of it. And he doesn't need to do anything. He doesn't need to smash anything. He doesn't need to save the day. She should be the focal point of the show. But you need your Yoda, right? And that's who he could be. So that's it for me. I'm excited for the next episode. I mean, the end credits. That was awesome. Because I've had those conversations like with my nerdy friends about, do you ever think did they ever show Captain? You know what I mean? Like really didn't know, and now we do. And that was funny. That was really good. It referenced America's ass, the getting stuck in the ice. Went to war. Like, did he ever have time? And yeah, he found the time. So good for him. And good for the show just to humanize them a little bit and bring in that humor there at the end. I really appreciated that. So that's it for me. I'm really excited to get this one in the can and in the books. Let me know what your favorite part of the episode was, what you're looking forward to seeing next in the comments below. And yeah, tell me what your favorite part was. I I think when he pushed her off the cliff and she flicked him off, that was good. That was a good one. So anyway, my friends, until we are assembled again, farewell. Thank you.